So we play Newcastle United, and I trust that everyone is doing good ahead of our return to football. It's always good to have a Man United game come up, and knowing that Eriksen could be potentially back from his long term injury since January, not for this game, but soon to be back as confirmed by Ten Hag, it is a definite boost for the end of season business run that we will have. Now, this is our third time facing Newcastle, of course, once at Old Trafford and in the Carabao Cup final. And this time it's at St. James's Park, an intimidating place for a lot of teams this season. They've shown good quality football, they've shown they can be resilient, and shown that they can take on some of the biggest teams at their home stadium. Of course, we will have our work cut out for us to get 3 points. If Newcastle get their 3 points, they will go above us in the table, even though we have a game in hand. Games against Newcastle are always tough. It has always been like that throughout the years, regardless of who the managers are or where the teams found themselves in that particular season. We play without Casemiro. His 4 game ban starts against Newcastle. Of course, he was wrongfully given a red card, as we clearly know that he won the ball, but we have to make do without him once again. We will be light in midfield. We will lose perhaps a physical battle in midfield. But we have enough players to handle the pressure that Newcastle will put us under. As I said, them playing home will give them extra confidence. Eddie Howe has confirmed that the team feels ready. The international break was good for them, and they have a few players coming back from injury and from suspension. Also, refereeing decisions for us hasn't been great, especially against Newcastle, most notably the lack of goal that wasn't given to us. We were fined for surrounding the referee, and it seems like everything goes against us with regards to officials in England. But we shouldn't worry about that too much. We should focus on ourselves, as I always say, and the rest will come on its own. In the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle, we were at the best, didn't have much possession, but were clinical when we needed to be. A similar type of performance could be necessary and wanted. Rhythm with regards to how we play has normally been stagnant after an international break, and it will be interesting to see how our players return and how they react to coming from an international break. We have to win. There's no two ways about it. If we want to consolidate a top 4 finish, we have to win against Newcastle. We have to ensure that we find ourselves in a position of having a good run, a consistent run of not just winning, but also good performances. We have to keep improving game by game. And that comes with playing on a regular basis. And once again, we find ourselves in a difficult fixture schedule with having to play every 3 days. Once again, we know that our players have returned from international break. And in terms of injuries, it has been said that Sabitzer is a doubt for Sunday. And we know that the likes of Martial, Eriksen, Garnacho, Donny van de Beek, etc. are all not available. But that doesn't mean that we're going to be a weaker outfit. We surely will be ready because of how meticulous Ten Hag is in his detail in preparing for any game. And with Sabitzer having a good performance in the international break, the likes of McTominay scoring and doing well on the international break, and certain players allowing themselves to get more game time on an international break also bodes well for the benefit of our team. We will then need to ensure that we keep doing what we have been taught and coached this season. We shouldn't find ourselves in a situation of confusion and not knowing what to do in a particular situation. Newcastle has a straight way of playing. We know that they are good in possession because of how Eddie Howe loves to have the ball. And we know that they can counter us with quick transitions as well. We simply have to be ready for anything that they throw at us. We might have the right mentality to defend well and to sit and allow them to come onto us so that we can counter them. But we, on the other hand, also would like to have possession of the ball, and that will be difficult Because with Sabitzer being a doubt and Casemiro not playing, you fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, we're seeing a McFred midfield behind Bruno. And that midfield has never been promising for us. And if McTominay can pull out a performance like he did on the international break, we definitely will have a chance in midfield. But he will need to be consistent in those performances from Scotland to United. For me, a starting 11 would simply be De Gea, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, McTominay, simply because of the doubt to Sabitzer and Casemiro being out, and of course the front four, Rashford, Bruno, Antony, and Weghorst. Ten Hag said that the team plays better when Weghorst starts. We all know the balance that Antony gives us on the wing, and Sancho will definitely have his work cut out for him to stake a claim in the starting 11, whether on the left, the right, or behind the striker. Pelistri, allowing himself an opportunity to get more game time, might come on in the second half. But this team should allow us a good foundation to breathe, play good football, but also get opportunities to score. We might not have a bite or a connector or a ball player in midfield, but we will have two players who are tenacious and want to win the ball. All eyes on St. James's Park on Sunday. We march on and we look to get another 3 points. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.